Pony Tales.
Little Black Book. I spun around to see who'd spoken. There was nobody there. Down here, the voice said. I looked down as instructed. There stood a little man with a shaggy beard and red nose. I'm small for my age, but he was small for any age. The top of his head only just reached past my knees, and he rode a battered tin helmet and a leaf tunic with a large collection of weapons strapped to the back. Who are you? I said. Let me introduce myself. He said, reaching up to shake my hand. And I've chosen you to be my apprentice. What kind of apprentice? The monster hunting kid, of course, said Stoop. I've been hunting monsters for 200 years now, and that's quite long enough to I want to put my feet up, but I can't retry until I found someone suitable to take my place. Them's the rules. That's where you come in. I'm going to teach you all I know. Why me? There's no many boys who can kill an orc single-handedly. Stop nodded. Appreciatively at the dead orc lying on what was left of my home. That was a neat bit of work. In fact, I think it should go in the book. What book? I was getting to that, as if from nowhere, to produce an all-black leather-bound book and held it out for me. The title on the front said, Monster Hunting for Beginners. Everything you'll ever need to know about being a monster hunter is in this book, he assured me. Everything? I think doubtfully. It says here only for beginners. That's the thing. It's for beginners now, but watch. Stoop took back the book, and the title on the front instantly changed to Monster Hunting for Grumpy Men with Shaggy Birds and Red Noses and Battered Tin Helmet. Hey, I'm not grumpy, he said, but you can't agree with a book, especially not a magic one. You see, the book is however you need it to be, he counted. Have it is yours. I'm giving it to you as a gift. Out of the kindness of my heart. Do you want it? Sure, I said, because I like books. I should have realized from the gleam of triumph in his eyes as he handed it over. Stoop was up to something, but I was inching to the book and see what was inside. This was what the first page said. Rumpily, for the attention of new monster hunters. No doubt you have lots of questions right now. Questions like, what will happen if you unit your belly button and can't get it really hard? The answer to that one is you'd unravel in a big pile of blood and guns like spaghetti blanques. A more important question is, what are monster hunter and what do they do? Read carefully because you're about to find out the truth is new monster hunter that are monsters everywhere, but only a few people can see them, and an ever small number are unluckily enough to be picked as official monster hunter. You're one of them. Your job is to save the day. When monster starts misbehaving, which is the most of the time, we are monsters after all. How you deal with them depends on what kind of monsters are that this book comes in. This for disappointment. Eagerly, I flicked through the page. Some of the monsters I recognized from stories like basilisks and minotaurs and gorgons. Others were less familiar. There were bogarts and bogyars, galetrots, and calabrenpers, slabberkins, and old shocks, as well as incubuses and scabs and Bledes Gerbuses. There was even one called the Crusted Hairy Snot Nibbled. The Crusted Hairy Snot Nibbled. This particular monster is never current. Nor even the hairy. It also don't nibble snots as a general rule. Why would it? Snot is disgusting and should never be used as a sandwich flicking unless the only alternative is gooseberry jam. Scholars have long discussed over how the cruel hairy snot nibble got its name. Some say it must have been named by someone who simply didn't understand the meaning of the words crusted hairy snot and nibble. Whatever the reason, the crusted hairy snot nibble actually looks like a warthog with one eye, 9 stumpy legs, and tusks so long that they can pick up radio station on 3 continents. It is most commonly found in wooded areas of Papua New Guinea, and it best approached with caution, not to matter a peg on the end of your nose. When you come across a new monster, Stomp explained, you write up the details on a blank page. That way the book stays up to date. Here's what I had last week. Huge warty green thin gummy. I read aloud. Couldn't you think of a better name than that? I was in a rush, said Stomp awakeningly. what the matter is writing a description while the monster's fresh in your memory and that answers instantly appears in alphabetic order and all the other copies belong to other monsters. Evil hunters around the world. Looks there's a new entry appearing as I speak about outbreak of storm friend in San Juan. Whatever that is. I watched the words frothing on the page with growing excitement. Mom had been right all along. The world was full of monsters, and they were all in the page of this admittedly quite peculiar book. There was only one thing I didn't understand. Why there's no dragons in there? I said, turning to and finding it empty of occurrence. It always longs to see the most top give a scoff. There's no such thing as dragon. He laughed. Everyone know that. The excitement brewing inside me sizzled out like a hot coal, deep head in a puddle. I had been so disappointed since the night Dad won't let me stay up late to watch horror films in case it give him nightmares. I don't. It doesn't matter anyway. I say, closing the books was a slide trying to handle it back to stop. I can't run off to become a monster hunter. I have to find Dad first. I still have no idea where he's gone. You can't change your mind now, Stop said. You're already agreed to take that job. No, we haven't. Yes, you have. I'll prove it, he says.